Just go slow.
I don't.
So this is the throttle.
Wait,
You push down. You got to kick to start. You got to kick this. So I don't know. Can you do it in your heels? Just be very, very careful. Go slow.
I want to go fast.
Careful. And she's gone.
It's like Tesla fast. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's all electric. Careful with the door. It's not too bad, right?
Oh, fun. So that guy, sorry, I'm trying to get the hang of this.
I
He's like,
heard.
it's okay, use caution.
Not bad, right?
Yeah, they're fun.
I try to tell you.
Oh, is this the speed?
Maybe.
I thought
Yeah.
it was the minutes.
You're like, I have 18 minutes left.
Yeah. Okay, you go.
Figures this boat's probably 25.
Salud.
Smiling enough?
Salud. It's not a boomerang, it's just a video. Salud, take a sip.
It's 25 together. $50,000.
It's good.
Structure and the sale price, the shipping.
All right. So Gina is out getting her wedding dress altered. So I am going to put on one of my little attachments for the GoPro. It's a chest strap. And then I am going to go try to work on a couple projects, or at least make a little progress towards one, the greenhouse, and just organizing the basement. So each one of the batteries for the GoPro, they last about 30 minutes from my experience, which isn't too long. But it's not like I need a whole bunch of video of this. But I'm just gonna go to the greenhouse that I built and just start trying to make progress. There's a lot of unfinished tasks. So I need to get it going, and it's about to be like the perfect time to use the greenhouse. The best thing about the greenhouse is in colder climates like here in Reno, it's sunny today, but it could be snowing in a few days. Like, you never really know. So I am going to I got distracted. So it could be snowing in a few days. So what the greenhouse does is it allows you to extend your growing season. So if you like planted a bunch of plants, early in the ground outside, you risk the danger of them freezing. So like my plum and apricot trees, they bloomed really early because it was really beautiful, and then it froze. And that's typical for Reno, and we'll see. I'm pretty sure the tree will still fruit, but trees like that definitely risk getting a lot of their like first yield of fruits frozen. My mulberry trees that my dad gave me as saplings, those don't start blooming until like summer. Like, they're smart. They wait. They don't take risks. They just wait till the very end, till when they know that it's going to be hot. But not all the trees do that. So, with the greenhouse, you're able to like start your seedlings. So I'm going to grow a bunch of stuff. I think I mentioned it previously, but this is like creeping thyme. This is a beautiful, beautiful like plant. And I can start growing stuff like this in the greenhouse, get it established, get a nice healthy root system going, and then put it out in the garden once there's no more risk of snow. So I really want to get that greenhouse going. So we'll see if I get any good footage of the greenhouse and me just futzing around. We'll see. All right, but I'm heading out. Took me a second to figure out how to get this thing going, but it's all strapped up and ready to go. We'll see how this goes. Ah, those are the glasses I actually want to wear. Much better. Gatsby should be out here somewhere. Hey, Gatsby. Enjoying outside? Good boy. All right, so this is the greenhouse. So, just like kind of like storage right now. I've done some stuff. This I found, someone dumped it on like the alleyway, and I thought it'd be nice. I have the other piece right here, so this will go up there, up top. I'm thinking about putting it up somewhere in here, so that should be pretty cool. This is a project that needs to be done, so maybe take this out of here for now, because it's just too cluttered. So let's get rid of some of this clutter first and foremost. Okay, so this, I can put this into the basement. Who knows how the lighting is going to be right now. But the basement is another big project of mine. Well, the whole frame part fell off. It's fine. Like I said, this is a project that needs to be done. Let's see. Hit the light switch. Okay. Let me put this over here. So this basement is probably one of the biggest projects I have. It'd be the most beneficial to actually getting done, but from here that way I dug out, my dad says, probably about 14.5 tons of dirt. I didn't mess with any of the like foundation or anything like that. I dug to where there would still be support, but the goal is to add a restroom in there. I was very ambitious when I bought the house, and I thought I could get it done. it turned out to be a big like psychological block for me to do this type of construction without any like one helping, like, you know, telling me what to do, when to do it. And then there's 2 bedrooms. This is the room that I have been clearing out. I'm just trying to, you know, I store some of my plants in here. This is a lime tree that my dad gave me as a tiny, like, it was probably the size of just this little bit right here. He gave me that probably about 2 years ago, and I've been keeping it going. One day I want to keep it till it fruits. That's like the whole goal. Hopefully it could live in the greenhouse eventually. So we'll see. But the ultimate goal would be to have the basement rentable. It's 2 bedrooms. I want to do like a small kitchenette right here. And then that'll be a restroom over there. Like I said, the 2nd bedroom over here, which we're just using as storage right now. But I would love for to be able to rent this out. In this market, I would be able to rent it out for more than my mortgage. So that would be amazing. Okay, so what else can I move around in here? So I have all these like glass jars and pots and stuff like that for planting. A ladder. This could go into the shed. My first car. And the shed, which also needs to be organized. So many things. And that's the thing, is like there's so many like goals and dreams. And I always see that, and you know, you see that with so many people. When I go on walks, I could see, you know, all the passions and dreams and aspirations that people have, and how they just sit there, you know. Those dreams are never accomplished, and we keep things and we hold on to things because we think we're going to do something. We think we're going to do it. Oh, I'll do it eventually. I'll do it eventually. And you see that a lot in the hoarder shows. People hold on to things. It's their dreams. And that's what I don't want to do. So, you know, I'm trying to be really strict with what I keep. And I need to be realistic. Like, if I'm not going to be riding these bikes, I need to not have it. Like, you know, this moped right here, hopefully it's in the shot. That moped, I had so much fun on that when I was younger. I mean, I would zip around Reno Valley. My dad got it for me as a surprise, and I absolutely loved riding that thing. It doesn't run right now, but I need to get it. I need to take it to like a lawnmower place, and they could probably fix it. But it's like things like that, you know, like that. Or right here, there's a table. You know, someone threw it away, and I was like, oh, you know, that's an easy fix. I could fix that, you know, get it cleaned up, and then maybe sell it. I've done a lot of that. I've flipped a lot of things and sold them, but not at the rate at which I would like to. So I want to change that. I'm in a financial place, you know, now that I have the Tesla and I'm able to, you know, generate, you know, extra income. So income for projects. I'm able to, you know, I need to start doing these things. So one thing at a time, though, it gets very, very overwhelming. So a lot of these pots, it's like stuff like this, you know, just plain pot, good soil in it. But I need to organize everything. So maybe one of the things I'm going to do right now, anything with, but see, that's the hard part, because I have different types of soils. Like this is like cactus soil, and then this looks like, what was in here? Yeah, this is just normal potting soil. Well, I guess I have a couple different bags. I could separate it. So let's see. So that's raised. Okay, so let's see. What is this one? Oh, it doesn't look like I have any cactus growing. Well, I guess what that means is that I could just put it all into one of these bags. That little bit of cactus soil isn't going to throw off anything. I could always, I just need to go buy more. Okay. This one. I have a lot of plants, that's for sure. This could go into the compost, and so can this. Let's go take this. A couple, or I guess a few triangles. There was one year where I had almost like fencing along the outside of the triangles, and probably like 5 feet of wildflowers. It was absolutely beautiful. There were so many insects, so many, it was just absolutely cool. Bees everywhere. And that makes me really happy. I really want to support the bees and the butterflies. Mason jar. Let's see, can we nest? Oh, there's still dirt in there. Onions. I must have been out of soil at the time, because I filled this with some just local dirt, which has a ton of rocks in it. Well, I wish I would have known that. Whatever, it's all good. This will be just like extra soil. Add to the rocks. this one. Such a beautiful one. This one had so many cool things growing in here, but the plant finally gave out. Had it going for probably close to 10 years. No, less than that. So less than 10 years. I had it going for 7 years. It's a lot less than 10. It's cool seeing all the like mold and growth. I just feel like that's a bunch of nutrients. I want to get this bowl. Oh no, there it goes. Well, that makes that broke. Unfortunate, but hey, gotta keep moving. That's really unfortunate. Well, looks like something else broke at some point. Things break, you gotta move on and make room for new things. Okay, so soil, any soil. Looks like that's, I'm gonna take the bag of soil now, put it back outside with the rest of the soil. So an example of like dreams and, you know, things that you aspire to do. So like this here, this is a big spool. This is worth a lot of money of, you know, water grade piping. So you could use that to do the irrigation on a big property, and that's a lot of it. So you know, it's worth so much money, but you got to do it. And I don't have that skill set myself, so it's really challenging. So it just sits there, but I need to get it done. It's really you know, on my to-do list. Another challenging aspect of all this is that, you know, you want to get things done, and right now contractors in Reno are incredibly booked. You could have the money and you go up to people and they will they'll if your project isn't 60 grand worth of stuff, they'll go with someone who is 60 grand worth of stuff. So it's very frustrating, but you know, you just I gotta power through. So I saw something that there's more glass that needs to be cleaned. It's crazy how nasty like the glass gets just from all the, you know, minerals in the water, but you just throw that in with some vinegar, leave it overnight, and that stuff comes right off. Don't want to break anything else. I should put the ones that need to be cleaned and washed. I should put those inside. I could do that. These are Gatsby, why aren't you outside, buddy? Why are you inside? Put those to soak, a little soap. Needs to start it. bet the lighting, I wonder how this GoPro is doing, like going from the bright outside to the, you know, indoor lighting right now. We'll see what this GoPro Hero 8 can do. Okay. So all these are all the seeds from those wildflowers that I had. So I should be planting these soon. But look at that. Just look how beautiful all those seeds are. And I could have got so many more seeds. That was just what I did end up getting. Okay, so these are a bunch of liners. Probably add this to this. What am I gonna do with all these pots? If I leave them outside, they get all beat up. This here, I don't know if you can see it, but this is a fireplace insert. Incredibly heavy. I dragged this in from outside through that door and then to here to protect it from the winter. This is some more seeds, a bunch of seeds of a really pretty plant that I have in the front yard in between the stone fruit trees. And I collected a bunch of their seeds. I'm always collecting seeds. Let's see. Put this here as well. This is probably something I should put in my bag. This is just a couple, like this is like a basic entomology kit. So just a few, you know, different size jars that you could put specimens in. So like if you find cool arachnids or anything like that. And then this is cheap magnifying glass. This is really powerful, well, 10 times, but you can see like the sex organs of a spider. And I used to use this a lot in college. Wish that fit in there, that'd be perfect. But this does. Might add this, you know what? I'll do that right now. I'll add it to my Tesla work bag because they, you know, when they send me out to do field studies, it's good to have this. What did I do with my bag? Add this in here. Cool. Gatsby, you're being lazy. Why don't you go outside? Okay. Okay, so candlestick. Pull this up top. It's probably gonna melt. That's probably a dumb thing to do. Here, bunch of apricot and plum dried out pits. Dried out fruit, really. It's all of it. But one of the things I want to do is throw some of these into some of those pots and start growing them and, you know, gift them to my friends. And also just plant more plum trees, plum and apricot trees across the property. The greenhouse that we're in right now is actually one of my first like builds on my own. And I listen to a lot of Tim Ferriss, and Tim Ferriss, I forget the name of the gentleman, but he had a gentleman on the podcast, and that gentleman challenged Tim, and he said, that it is incredibly important for every adult to build a dwelling, like anything, like build anything. And there's something about that. It's like it's just something very important that he says that everyone should do and everyone should experience. It's a big like milestone. And you'll learn a lot about yourself. The very first thing I did was, I don't know if you can see, but I poured a small footing. Then the next thing I did was build this wall here. And I stopped there. I stopped actually about 2/3 of the way up, and I just got very overwhelmed, and I was very disappointed in the quality of the work. I kept comparing my work to like my dad's work, and you know, it was really hard for me. My dad's incredible at this kind of stuff, and I just kept beating myself up. Like those inner voices just were really just unrelenting. And it took me a long time to get back out here, but I'm glad I finally did. I said, you know, screw it. I'm just gonna do it. I don't care if it's, you know, not perfectly level or perfect, you know, in every way. I'm just gonna do it. I want to finish it. Because like that, in that Tim Ferriss podcast, they talk about you need to complete it. So I finished up the wall, and I stopped like using a level and everything, and I just did it by eye. And it's so funny because where I just started using my instincts, it turned out a lot straighter than when I was actually using my level and my like all these different things. So that was pretty bad. It was cool, but that just shows that I was not using those tools appropriately. So right now I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get all the pots, and I don't know if it's gonna be enough room, but I'm gonna try to organize them kind of like over here under this table, because I want to get to, hopefully that doesn't break more than it already is broken. Let's get this heater out of the way. I tried early in the season to get to start, but it was just a little too cold. I'll probably do that again sometime soon, but I'm going off on all these tangents. I apologize, but I'm gonna get all these. I'm gonna try to get the pots over here, under here, so that I can clear this table, because this table, the foot came off, and that needs to be repaired, but I can't repair it if it's full of all this stuff. So I'm gonna try to do that. We'll see how that goes. Watering bins. Try to nest anything that I can. I feel like this, I don't think this bowl, I think this bowl could be in the house. I think we were using it as a pot. And then the plant outgrew it, but this isn't really a pot. And the funny thing is, what's so cool is that this was in there. And this was like the size of like my thumb. And it outgrew this bowl, and now it's outgrowing that pot. Super cool. I love my plants. But I'll add this to the stuff that needs to be washed. This is another nice piece of glass that could be washed. What ends up happening is when I don't have like a dedicated like rooting glass, I'll grab like this is like a little snifter for scotch and then shot glasses, and then I'll put little plants in there to get them to establish roots. But then, you know, they need to be washed thoroughly, because it's not just like you wash it. You have to actually, like I said, put something like vinegar in it. Otherwise the glass will it'll look pretty much like this, just like with all these like lines from the evaporated water. The minerals attached to the glass, and it's just like you can't, no amount of scrubbing really gets it off. I mean, you could scrub you could really scrub it and make some progress, but you should work smarter, not harder, and just use something acidic. So this, let's see, anything else that can nest? Maybe that and that. Maybe that and that. The more things I can nest, the more chances of this working. Okay, let's see. That one right there. Let's put the top up there. No, it's gonna fall. And see, again, more. Have this here because I'm like, oh, I'll glue this. But then, I don't do it. It's just like, you get these bowls. It's like a dog bowl, and and a food bowl and water bowl. You get it for a couple bucks at Ross or something. Just, I don't know why I do it. Again, I'm like, I'll glue it. I could put it together. I really should just get rid of it. This one I'm gonna throw in the recycle. See, here I go. Look, saving it. Saving all this broken stuff. This I'm gonna let go. This one, put it in the recycle bin. Has water in it. Okay, we're gaining. Okay, let's get these. Little mouse trap. I had this antique in the wood room for the longest time, and I had a plant on top of it so the water could seep into here and catch it, and just like, it's a really cool piece. Probably put that back in the wood room. I like it. And made it into the greenhouse because in the summer, I take a lot of the plants that are in the house that could survive in a little bit higher temperatures, and I put them in the greenhouse, and it opens up a lot more room in the house because I really do have a lot of plants. Okay, this is just an apple juice jug with some string wrapped around it, but it was really cool because my aunt, she gifted me a really pretty plant in it that's way bigger now, but that's where it started. These are some little small crates that we're hanging on to. It was Gina's grandparents. Again, dreams and aspirations. We hang on to things that we probably shouldn't. But that's one step in the right direction. And with this desk, you know, what goes through my mind, I'm like, oh, you know, it's a really cool old desk. Let's see if this could be in the shot, but it's Derby Desk Company, made in Boston, Massachusetts. This desk was in the basement when I bought this house, and I love it. It's really solid. And it's just, I don't know, it's just like simple, and I always, like, you know, I liked it. But one of the legs fell off, and it's in desperate need of, you know, refinishing. And I keep telling myself, oh yeah, I'll grab out the sander and I'll sand this down and, you know, put a nice varnish on it. And I haven't done it. And, you know, and I have to be kind to myself, because I've been working a ton. So there's good reason why I haven't done some of these things, because, you know, when you're doing a project like, let's say this, it takes time. And then you know, when you're a rookie like me, you make a lot of mistakes. Those mistakes cost money. So like, let's say I save up, you know, let's say in the past I saved up money to buy the varnish and the brushes and stuff like that. And, you know, a sander, and I sand it down, but then I realized, oh, I bought the, like, you know, wrong type of stain. Then, you know, like, I wouldn't have any money to go back to the store to remedy my mistakes. So then I would just get discouraged, and I would get really discouraged, and then the project would sit half finished. So now I'm in a much better financial position, to where, you know, if things like that happen, where you know, like mistakes along the way, hey, guess what? I could, you know, go and get another pail of paint. So I really just need to start doing these kind of things, but that's already a lot of progress. I'm happy about that. Why do I have this? What is this? Dreams and aspirations. Dreams and aspirations. And I need to be realistic with myself and get rid of a lot of these things. Recycle that. Put this with the tools, which actually I put the toolbox in the shed now instead of in the basement. I'm hanging on to some of these dreams and aspirations because I don't be lazy. I was just gonna put it on top of the toolbox. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. Come on, pull this out. But I'm hanging on to some of these things because I do know that I'm in a better financial place and I have more space. And put these things back. All right. So hopefully I could actually start finishing up some of these things. But even like this prowler was gifted to me by Gina's family, and it needs a ton of work. And, you know, I want to do it, but I don't really have the skill set. And I haven't had the, you know, finances to do it. But I'm getting, you know, more and more financially stable. This should, my Zippo kit should be inside because it's too hot out here. All that fluid's gonna melt. This was for a dog barrier that broke. Throw that to the fire pit. Wood pile. It's been so windy lately. It's like perfect bonfire weather, but except for the wind. But it's like perfect temperature. My Zippo. Where should I put this? Storage. Need to store things properly. Okay. Another pot that I need to glue. This one's a small repair and I just haven't done it. I'll add that to the pile of pots. This is a timer for a drip system that I have not installed. I don't have a drip system, but I've been hanging on to that because I could go buy the tubing and stuff like that, but I just haven't done it. So this is like a grow light instruction kit, a bunch of seeds, and the lid to that, to this. Registration for Toyota. This was the Toyota that I bought my younger brother, and he left me with the payment, left me with everything. Try to help a guy out and he just takes advantage. Okay, so let's take the drawer out. Put the drawer right here. Thinking maybe I should flip the table. I don't think I'm gonna be able to fix it right now, but if it's flipped, at the very least, it's one less thing that I would have to do when I'm gonna fix it. And the less obstacles in the way, the more likely that I will actually do it. So I gotta set myself up for success. Okay, so why is this broken? What's going on here? So this is going to be a pretty easy fix. This is supposed to exist in here, but since this piece of wood chipped off, it doesn't anchor anymore. So I could put some wood glue in here and, you know, seal this part up as well. And that should be good enough to get this thing at least, you know, back on all four legs, tighten up all the other ones, because right now they're just kind of loose. Then I could just sand it all down, put a nice thick lacquer coat on, and it's not the best, you know, it's not the forever solution, but I don't need, like, it just doesn't need to be perfect. It's just gonna sit in the greenhouse. It just needs to be, you know, protected from water and stuff like that. So I think that's a good stopping point for this right now. If I'm feeling ambitious, I should go maybe to Home Depot and buy some stain and lacquer or whatever. I don't even know the words. And some wood glue. I think I have some wood glue too, but I think that's a good stopping point. Looks like I have one of my pink slips and they're just sitting in the greenhouse because this was in the house, but this needs to go into the house. What is this, for the truck? Let's see. Yep. This is for my F-250. I'm very proud of my fleet. You know, I've worked really hard. Like this is for the 2022 Tesla. This is for the 1994 Ford F-250. I have another one for the Nissan Leaf that I did gift to Gina, so she needs to put it in her name. But you know, it's like I have a vehicle for hauling and work. I could load it up with construction materials. And then I have a vehicle for just around the town, the Nissan Leaf. And then I have a vehicle for road trips and, you know, longer distance travel. And that's the Tesla that Gina's driving right now to Carson City to get her wedding dress altered. So, but yeah, that was just a little of me trying to make some progress towards, you know, some of my projects. If you just continuously make, you know, little strides in the right direction, it adds up. And that's what I need to tell myself. And I need to be kind to myself and just, you know, do little bits here and there. And as long as it's in the correct direction, you know, you'll eventually get there. But yeah, this is just like a long rant. So I think if this thing is still recording, it's been under 30 minutes. Oh no, I guess it recorded longer. It's at 3%. But yeah, that's at 44 minutes. So definitely time to cut this off. I think I'm gonna upload the whole thing. And these are a bunch. These aren't jade, but another succulent. But there's a bunch of jade right there. I have a whole bunch, so. Bunch of everything. I'm gonna cut these off soon. These are really pretty. But I'm gonna cut a few trimmings of this and then propagate it, and then I'll have more plants. Then I can put them in here to fill it out, so it's not just growing one string. This is something that rescued from work, and it's been doing really good. And then hiding under there is another baby jade. Yeah.